Hey everyone, Dinesh here from Gibson, and I am coming to you from Sweetwater Studios here in Indiana. And my main man, Shawn here, is gonna give us a sneak peek at their awesome facility. Shawn, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Holy smokes.
Yeah, so Studio A, we do a lot of tracking. Not everyone really knows the origin story of Sweetwater, but it started as a mobile recording studio in 1979.
Right.
So
Yes.
this has been a part of the company's heritage for more than 40 years. So the studio itself's been here since 2008.
Okay.
Designed by Russ Berger. And so studio space here, awesome live tracking room. We do a lot of full band sessions, lots of ISO spaces. As you can see, there's lots of instruments and amps and gear that you would expect in a place that Sweetwater owns.
Yeah.
So lots of fun stuff here. I'm gonna show you some of our ISO spaces here. This is where we normally have a lot of guitar action going on. So we'll stick our head in here. I'll sort of show you what's going on.
Yeah.
4 412 cabs usually mic'd up, a couple combos. Everything's in the control room. We have a really large collection of guitar amps. So anything you're thinking of or anything that we come up with is sort of patchable fairly easily. And then this room gets super loud and sort of painful for a while, but lots of cool things, you know, some Mesa stuff hiding in the back corner there.
Yeah.
And lots of Fender and the Magnetone stuff.
And then the other ISO room is over here on the other side.
Yep. Our second ISO here, Yamaha C7, a bunch of bass amps live in here. So if we're tracking bass, we're doing that in here. Some of our acoustic guitars are in here. Do a lot of like, if we're tracking acoustic with a band, there's nice sight lines in this room. So we'll put them in here. Everyone plays together, can see everyone. So
yeah.
C7's cool, it's got MIDI, so we can actually play back MIDI through the piano.
Oh, nice.
And so that's kind of fun.
Okay.
So yeah, just another great sounding space. Can fit drums in here if we need to, but
great.
For the most part, it's usually loud or pretty.
I see you got some tasty tidbits in here too. All the toys, you got some cool, got the full tone tube tape echo and an old space echo. That's great.
Yeah, lots of cool guitars. This is a personal one of mine I've had for a bunch of years.
Oh, nice.
It's a 67 Junior.
Are the drums usually in the room most of the time? Have you found this is like the sweet spot for the room, or does it really depend on the situation or the vibe of the tracks?
I really like getting them out into the space so we can kind of make the most of this awesome space. So lots of room mics and stuff kind of come into play.
Yeah.
The drums move around a lot. We actually record them most of the time over there. This is sort of set for some content, and we haven't had the kit there in a while. It sounds awesome, so it might be showing up there more often on sessions and stuff.
Yeah.
So
We got a little Wurlitzer back here. That's cool.
yeah, there's a good complement of like new keyboards and vintage stuff. There's a Wurlitzer Rhodes B3, and then a bunch of the Moog stuff.
A couple of Leslie's cabinets.
This one is solid state, but you can plug a guitar into it, so that's cool.
That's awesome. No shortage of amps in here. Got some cool basses over here.
If we don't have it in here, we do have a warehouse with 30,000 guitars.
Right.
So
I was gonna say,
we can track
you
out
might
some
know
stuff.
someone.
Yeah, so we can find things if we don't have it in here, but we have curated like a really cool collection of instruments and amps that are, you know, part of the studio inventory. So they're available to any of our clients that come in or any of the artists that we bring in and do content with. This Ludwig kit, as an example, is new to us, and it's sort of been the thing we've been searching for in a drum kit, so it's been making a lot of sessions lately.
Is that the only kit here, or is there you have different
no.
snares?
So I'd love to show you our drum room. It's an impressive little space here. So
okay, great. Let's check it out. Oh wow.
Yeah,
A couple of drums in here.
So some other options besides the kit we have out there. I collected drums for a lot of years before I was here, so I have some vintage stuff. And in the studio itself, we have a bunch of Pearl stuff, Gretsch stuff, Tama stuff, Craviotto, DW, Sonar, Ludwig. Awesome. Yeah, we have pretty much everything covered. If you are looking for a specific sound, yeah, pretty nice to have this kind of selection. There's you know, the percussion closet back there, sort of the tambourine department, and so we have lots of noisemakers and fun stuff. So it's, you know, we've got all the good stuff.
Wow, I guess we should take a look at the control room, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is control room A, standing in front of our Rupert Neve Designs 5088 console, which we installed last spring. It's definitely sort of a muscle car of a console. Just an amazing recording console. Things sound so good through this.
How many channels are we able to run here?
So this is a 32 channel console.
Okay.
So as you can see, there's a bunch of guitar amps and guitar pedals in here too. So Nothing's too far for like, you know, tracking things. Sounds amazing in here. Tracking in here is just a pleasure. So
really great.
Yeah, it's been really
Everything's
awesome.
patchable in here with this mini TTs. That's awesome with
Yeah,
the patch bay.
close to 900 points on the patch bay. So yeah, we're super equipped here to do just about anything.
That is great.
So.
And you're recording to Pro Tools?
Pro Tools, yeah.
Okay.
Our Pro Tools rig is in our machine room back here. So we have 64 channels.
Yeah, can we take a look at the little computer room there?
Sure. Yeah,
so, engine room.
So mission control for the studio and the performance theater next door. This is our Pro Tools rig here. So converters, computer, universal audio processing. Another shelf full of pedals, DIs, sort of like utility
nice.
stuff.
There we go.
So this is, you know, kind of where we dump stuff. And
yeah.
There was tape machines in here at one point, but.
Well, man, this is fantastic. You were saying there was another studio to check out, and there's also an Atmos room.
Yeah, so we actually have 2 studios. They both have Dolby Atmos in them.
Okay.
So let's go check those out.
Okay, great. Let's do it. Yeah. A lot of speakers in here.
Yeah. So this is the first Dolby Atmos room we put in last year. So 914 configuration of PMC monitors. So one of the records I'm most proud of working on was our Friends and Animals Leaders came in, and so I put that into Dolby Atmos in this room. So that's a really good showing. For people that aren't aware of Atmos, it's a spatial audio platform that allows for people to enjoy music in like a 360-degree environment on any device that's Dolby Atmos enabled. So,
which is far beyond like 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound kind of thing?
It takes some of those ideas, but the coolest part about it is it's totally adaptable. So anyone that has an enabled device gets to experience spatialized audio. So it's gonna be your phone, you can listen on your phone and it'll do psychoacoustic stuff. If you're listening on Apple AirPod Pros or Maxes.
I've got the Maxes.
You can listen and kind of look around the audio.
Oh, I see.
Then you get into sound bars, laptops, TVs,
So
cars.
this is beyond like saying, okay, I want the guitar to come out of this back speaker only. This is more about even the movement in certain devices.
If we were to think about this in a way that took away the speakers, it's more about the space. So the speakers in this room reproduce the sound where we want them to, but when you're on a device, the coolest part about it is it's gonna reproduce the sound in a 360-degree sphere over your head, no matter what it is. And some of them do it better than others, but now we're getting into cars having it, so that's a super cool thing. So the last I heard, there's 2 billion Atmos-enabled devices in consumers' hands, and then 8 major car manufacturers. So as it grows, more people are just getting it. And I feel like the way to describe it is like 4K TV. Nobody really asked for that. But if you went back and watched standard definition television, you'd be like, this sucks. And I feel like the Atmos is the future of music. As we grow into it, we'll really kind of reintroduce space and dynamic range into music and really kind of, I hope, inspire artists to create for the platform, but also give listeners a better feel for it.
How many speakers would you say? What, 1, 2, 3, 4?
Technically 14-ish. There's a pair of stereo speakers also, and there's actually 4 subs, so it adds up pretty quick. This is about $100,000 worth of speakers in here, so it's a substantial investment. This is like a reference quality room. So
and these are just like some mastering preamps and EQs, like kind of final.
Some stereo so I work a lot in stereo in Atmos, so a lot of stereo processing. I can kind of go in and sweeten stuff up and make the bottom end a bit bigger. And so I usually take stems that I get from stereo mixes or that I print from stereo and then run it through some gear to kind of get it to kind of have a little more vibe and put it back into the Atmos space. And so that's kind of what this room is set up for, but I do mix and master in stereo in here as well, and then do Atmos mixing and mastering. So this and Studio C, which we'll go check out, is another Atmos room and tracking space. So
awesome.
Yeah, so last studio on the tour. Focal speakers here, Dolby Atmos again. So smaller room, do a lot of stereo mixing in here. Vocal booth through the window here, so lots of vocal tracking. We do some voiceovers, some hip hop stuff, and then if we're doing overdubs, background vocals on projects and stuff will come in here. Lots of prep work and mixing in Atmos happens. Jason, my assistant engineer, who's also an awesome producer, musician that works here with me, spends a lot of his time in this room, so some outboard gear, great vocal chain, some mixing stuff, summing mixer, Rupert Neve preamps, and things like that. So Smallest of the 3 rooms, but very powerful and
Yeah.
super awesome space. So.
Now, are these facilities open to the public? Like, can a band contact you all and get their band, recording scheduled here and all
Oh
that?
yeah, totally. So we're a fully commercial studio. We do local, national. People do remote stuff with us, mix, whatever you need a studio for, we can help with. So
Right.
on top of all of that, we do a lot of content, obviously with vendors and artists coming in. We do that stuff, but we're, you call us up and book studio time.
Sure.
We can make records together. So.
Would you also be doing some of the mastering here as well?
We can pretty much take a project from start to finish,
Start
from
to finish.
tracking through mastering,
Fantastic.
get it uploaded for you. So.
Oh, wow. Shawn, man, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
it has
man.
been a blast
Appreciate it. Thanks
every
for coming.
time. Man, thank you so much. Again, Shawn from Sweetwater Sound here, the man behind the studio. GearFest 2023. Thanks again for everyone watching. I'm Dinesh from Gibson, and we'll see you all next time.